Hey, Verl Workman here. It's Big V, and today we're talking teams. And we're not just talking teams, we're going to talk about how to actually build a seven-figure team. Now, a lot of people say, well, I want a team for different reasons. So whatever your reason is, good for you. Because having a team and starting a team is the beginning of creating leverage and balance in your life. Before people start a team, I always ask them why. Why do you want to build a team? So what is it going on in your business or life right now that has caused you to think, I wonder if I could use some help? According to the team study we did called The Unexpected Impact of Teams in Real Estate, we learned that team members want certain things from their team leaders. Here's a few of those things. Number one, they want a strategic plan clearly defined. Hey, where are you going? Where are you headed? Team members don't want to wonder what the direction of the team is. The second thing they want is they want to be part of someone that is results oriented. I want to know that I can get a predictable outcome if I join your team. The third thing is they want to be in an environment where their input matters. They want to be in a collaborative environment. The fourth thing is they want mentoring and coaching, both internally and external. What I mean by that is your job as a team leader is to mentor your team members on how to be great at the business. External coaching is accountability, and it's the what to do and how to do it. And oftentimes it requires an outside voice to get that team to move in the right direction. The fifth thing they said is they want example setting. Now, if you're a real estate brokerage or you're a real estate brand, I want you to think about these five things. They want strategic plan, they want results-oriented teams, they want a collaborative environment, they want mentoring and coaching, and they want examples of true leadership. I've often heard leaders, brokers and owners, even brand members say, well, I'm a broker owner, I don't compete with my teams. Well, the teams are saying they want an example of how to do it right. So if it's not your team on how to do it right, which team are you holding up as the example as this is how we do it right? So I'm just saying that this is what we found in our team study. So how do you determine whether or not it's the right time to build a team? To me, it's all numbers based. And so what I look for is, I look for agents who have gotten to a place where they're starting to feel stressed about what's going on in their life. Not home for their kids, they're always on their phones, they're not engaged, they're there, but they're not present, and they're starting to feel like they're missing out. And missing out in the lives of the people that matter to you most is why most people say, I need a team. There's a few people out there that believe there's another level they could perform at, they just don't know how to get there, and so they get coached, and then they work on hiring the right people so they can go to a different stratosphere. Whatever your reasoning is for building a team, I just congratulate you for getting here. So here's some of the numbers or some of the matrix that I look at when I'm evaluating somebody and whether or not it's time for them to join a team. First of all, how many transactions a year are you currently doing? If you've gotten to that place where you're 15 to 20 transactions a year and you feel like there's another level, but you're afraid to take it because you don't want to give up what's going on at home, well, it might be time to get some help. If you're 20 to 30 transactions, you're doing it by yourself, you're already feeling the stress and the weight on your shoulders of not being present. If you're doing more than 30 or 40 transactions or 50 transactions, first of all, congratulations, because you're great at the business. But is there a chance you might be leaving a few $100,000 on the table by not following up with the B and C leads? You say that nobody does it as good as you. You're not even following up with the B's and the C's because you're so good at the A's. You've been so good at real estate, you've created more opportunities than you can handle. And so rather than follow up, you just let people go away thinking that they'll get somebody else. I promise you, if you're doing 40, 50 transactions a year and you don't have a team, we can take you to a whole nother stratosphere. And I'll tell you this, that at 100 transactions and at way over 7 figures, you'll be working less than you are today. Your production will go up, your net profit will go up, and your free time will go up, and your stress will go down. That's what team means to me. So here's the numbers. First of all, for every active listing that you generate, you should be creating 6 to 8 buyer leads per listing. For every 25 leads you generate, we add a buyer's agent. Now think about that. I didn't say that every listing gets automatically 6 to 8 leads. It means that when you put the right marketing in place around your listing, you'll generate 6 to 8 leads. If you have 10 active listings and you're currently keeping 10 on the market, we should be doing 60 to 80 leads a month. And according to that formula, for every 25 leads you generate, we add what? 1 buyer's agent. That simple formula helps you understand what your team should look like and how you put the right people in the right seats. The problem most team leaders make is they don't take their foot off the gas long enough to develop their people, and so they have a high turnover. And so their belief is, well, I can't hire the right people, or they just take all my business and leave. The reality is we haven't created a culture based on a set of core values that incentivizes the behavior you want from your team members. I want them to make good living, and I want them to stay. And if they don't stay, I'm okay with it because I have a system and a formula to hire great talent and to bring great people in. When we recruit using, I'm going to give you 6 critical things that every team leader must use when recruiting. Are you ready for these 6 things? Number 1 is we recruit using DISC and motivators, and we look both at DISC and motivators, so we put the right people in the right positions at the right time. The second thing is we train and develop using what's called a 30-60-90 onboarding process. It's a very detailed what I want my agents to do every day for the first 30 days, the second 30 days, and the full 90 days. I want them under transaction, and we lead with revenue, not expense. The other thing we do is we put them into specific training for the role they are on in the team. A buyer's agent would go through buyer agent mastery, a listing agent mastery, and admin through admin mastery. And if it's a brand new agent that's just coming on, I'm gonna have them go through ramp because it teaches them a more balanced approach to working with both buyers and sellers. So I have specialized training for individual roles on the team, as well as a 30-60-90-day onboarding process. It is critical that everybody goes through the same system so that we all talk the same language and we all follow the same processes and we all have accountability on the same things. The next thing is we have to create compensation that incentivizes the leadership role that we want. So I want to create compensation that incentivizes the behavior that I want from my team leader. So here's what I mean. If I'm paying a buyer's agent 70%, is there any way as a team leader I'm going to give them all my A leads? The answer is no. So we pay buyer's agents 40-60 on the first 2 deals, 45-55 on 3 and 4, and 50-55 plus. You can go back to the other session I did on compensation where we detail that in a lot more detail. So the right compensation for profitability, and we want to incentivize the behavior we want from the team leader. The next thing is we have to create a culture of productivity by fully using our daily success habits, daily huddles, role plays every day, and our CRM. The CRM is the hub of your entire business, and everybody on the team has to handle every client the same way. And we teach you how to do that inside the training. And last is we have to create operational excellence, because at every level of business, 0 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 50, 50 to 100 and up, we have to break your systems and we have to build stronger systems that allow you to scale to the next level. So make sure you're putting the right systems at the right time in place. Oftentimes, some of the lower producing clients will put in systems that the higher people use, and they spend more money than they should at that level. There's the right systems, the right operations at the right amount of business. So create the right compensation plan that incentivizes the behavior we want from the team leader. For example, if you overpay a buyer's agent, you're not going to give him your leads. You're not going to give him your A leads at least. So if you pay 70-30 instead of 40-60, you're overpaying a buyer's agent, you're not going to give him your A leads. So the behavior I want from the team leader is to give up the clients and work their way out of production, especially with buyers. The last thing is to make sure that you onboard and train. You know, I've given you so many different things in hiring and building your team. What I'd like to do is a free resource just for being here as part of this video today. I'm going to give you our 30-60-90 onboarding process. Now, this is something that's only available with private coaching, and I'm going to give it to you just for watching this video. So click on the link below, download the 30-60-90-day onboarding checklist and program, and enjoy your next level as you start bringing people on and developing your high-performing team.